I'm Lee from Iridium, and today I'm going to carry on with the best tracks from the year. So started this off again just to round it off. We're up to 2017 now, so 4 more to go, including this one. So pretty cool. So I've got 9 tracks to talk about today, and remember, these are my favourite tracks from the year. There was obviously lots of other albums come out that year and lots of songs off those albums. These are my favourites. So 9 I whittled it down to. Quite a good year, and a lot of variation as well on these tracks, so that's cool. So remember, I'll be playing clips so you can have a little taster of what I think were the best tracks from that year. Some really cool ones coming up in this one. So without further ado, number 9, a bit of thrash metal here to start off. Overkill and the Grinding Wheel, and the title track off of that. So Overkill, I've only just started getting into this band recently, probably for the last 3 months, that's all. So obviously I've liked Testament for a couple of years now, where I listen to their tracks and then I get, you know, suggestions come up on YouTube and stuff like that. Overkill came out, and some of their latest albums have been fantastic. So this is how I like my thrash. I like it where, you know, the singer's not too extreme. They're basically singing, but aggressively. The Grinding Wheel is a great track. Probably one of the slower tempoed tracks on that album. But, man, they make some great music. So check that out. Overkill, The Grinding Wheel. Next, number 8, Accept and Hole in the Head off of Rise of Chaos.
I tried so hard to quit you. You're the monkey on my back. A life controlling money pit. You damn my whole world black. I need you like a hole in the head. I need you like a hole in the head.
So this album came out. This is the, fuck me, 4th album with Mark Tornillo. So obviously just brought another one out just a few weeks ago, the latest one. This was the one before. Rise of Chaos yet again carries on their rise in the metal fucking ranks again, like it has been. Those last 5 albums have been absolutely great, and Rise of Chaos is no exception. Hole in the Head is a really cool song, because I love it when Accept bring their sense of humour to their music, like they always do across their albums. Check out Accept's Rise of Chaos album. What a great album. Number 7, Stone Sour and song number 3.
Out of all the past illusions, out of all the dreams come true, I was gone until I finally saw your face. If you cried out for more, if you reached out for me, I would run into the storm just to keep you here with me. I have gone beyond my years. I've wasted half my life, but I found it all in you. Did I save you? 'Cause I know you saved me too.
So this is off the Hydrograd album that came out 2017, obviously. I love Stone Sour, man. So Slipknot are okay. Corey Taylor's, you know, other band, his main band, they're okay. But Stone Sour is where it's at for me, because there's more melody there. You know, this song itself was a single, very catchy. You know, I mean, this is a cool song. Obviously not for those Slipknot fans who want it extreme. It's Stone Sour, nothing like that. You check this band out. If you ain't giving Stone Sour a chance because of Slipknot, because I know a lot of you guys on this channel, You know, I check my stats, my analytics quite regular, and I think like 80% of people watch my channel are like old like me. So Slipknot might not be your thing, but Stone Sour definitely would be. I apologise to all those people my age, by the way. Song number 3 is a great song. That's my number 7. My number 6, Sweet and Lynch and Promised Land. So this is off the Unified album, the second album that Michael Sweet did with George Lynch. The album itself for me wasn't as strong as the first one, but I like both albums. I think they're great. Promised Land could have been on a Michael Sweet solo album. For me, it's got that sound. And it's weird, on these Sweet and Lynch albums, you've got songs that sound like Michael Sweet solo tracks. You've got songs that sound like Lynch Mob. They've got that groove. And then they've got others that do a mix of both. So that's cool as well. So you do get the best of both worlds, because Lynch Mob are a great band as well. But this one, Promised Land, really got me like if I didn't know better, it'd be a Michael Sweet solo song. And I love it. Promised Land is a great track. My number 5, Crazy Licks and Killer from the Rough Justice album.
Try not to move, try not to make a sound. Hearing his footsteps all around. 'Cause there's a killer on the run. Yeah, there's a killer on the run. He's prowling the woods, out in the night, looking for blood, and he's got you inside. Yeah, there's a killer on the run.
So, man, Crazy Licks. I did my A to Z of rock and metal show yesterday on C, and Crazy Licks were on there. Yet again, someone has heard this band and said they're going to get their catalogue, which is great. You know what I mean? It's to find new music, and Crazy Licks, man, their last few albums have been fantastic. And Rough Justice was great, and Killer is just a song. I could have chosen loads. Honestly, that album is absolutely great. If you love your 80s melodic hard rock, this is it for you, man. Crazy Licks are a great band. That's my number 5. My number 4, one of the favourite singers. We've been going for a good 20 odd years now, but one of my favourite singers, that's Jawn, and Hammered to the Cross from Life on Death Road album.
Capitalistic shadow over paradise. Political drama breeding sacrifice. They're all in it for the business, but the I'm in it for the heart. I'll never sell my soul to greed. I'll take the nails and bleed. Hammered to the cross. Yeah. Nailed onto the cross.
What a return to form this was. Not that it was that much of a dip anyway, but the album before, I didn't get into it as much. I thought it was okay, but Life on Death Road is great, and it sort of saw a return to sort of his earlier career. And Hammer to the Cross, man, is just, oh man, if you haven't got into Jawn yet, you know, I don't understand how you haven't. If you're a fan of this channel and you like all the stuff that I suggest, all the melodic 80s stuff with, the more metal stuff as well, like Dio, that sort of stuff, Jawn's the one, man. Dawn is fantastic. I can't praise the guy enough. That's my number 4. My number 3, Iced Earth and Clear the Way from the Incorruptable album. So
They came across the ocean in search of liberty, escaping persecution, famine and poverty. Signed up for bloodshed, new home of battleground. Send in the Irish, so courageous and renowned. Sons of Erin, marching gallantly into a storm of lead. Sons of Erin, charging valiantly across that bloody space.
So this actually wasn't my favourite song off this album. Only a little while ago I did a top 10 with my mate Mark Clower, and my favourite song off of this was, I believe, Black Flag. But since then, and this was one of his top songs, and I didn't, because this was a fairly new album for me, I didn't listen to it loads, and I've really fucking been pummeling this album lately. And Clear the Way, he's definitely right. He's the outstanding track on this album. It's about the Irish over in America who fought in the Civil War. So they was, part of that fight, if you like. Man, Iced Earth are brilliant. Such a shame what's going on at the moment, because I'm not sure if we're going to see any music at all by them anymore. But I hope we do, man, because they're a great band. That's my number 3, Iced Earth and Clear the Way. My number 2, Heat and Eye of the Storm off the Into the Great Unknown album.
Are you holding your breath for the strike that comes next? Getting ready to fight again in the eye of the storm. The eye of the storm, where our love is cold. We are in the eye of the storm. The eye of the storm, till we're swept apart. We are in the eye of the storm.
This is another one, isn't it? Look, these bands, man. These bands that are coming out of Sweden are just absolutely amazing. Eye of the Storm is so emotional. This singer, Eric Gromwell, who's not with them anymore, which is a shame, but they've got a good singer anyway now. But man, this is a fantastic song. He really flexes his vocal cords in this, man. Heat are just a great band. Into the Great Unknown, for me, is probably the weakest album with Eric Gromwell. They experimented probably a tad too much for me. But there's a few gems on that album, and Eye of the Storm is without doubt head and shoulders above nearly everything they've done in their career. It's just an outstanding song. That's my number 2. And that comes down to my number 1, and that's one of bands as well I go on about all the time. This is probably my favourite album from them, and that's Eclipse and their song Black Rain from Momentum.
Gotta walk the walk, you gotta talk the talk, you gotta stand your ground and lay your mind down when love don't satisfies. I think you better go now. I'm addicted to pleasure, I'm addicted to pain. The black rain, oh yeah. Let me be your confessor, let me drive you insane. The black rain, the black rain.
Man, this is an album, we talk about albums that are full up, that are perfect. This is probably one of them. This is from start to finish, is so strong. Black Rain is like the last song on the album, and it's almost like their anthem now. It's become their sort of like, like their Blackbird of Waterbridge, that sort of thing, like the bands have got them, haven't they? Their main song, this is probably like, even though it's not a really long song, it's longer than most of their songs. So it's like a real epic feel, real heavy. Man, I love Eclipse. You know, if any of you guys haven't checked them out yet, check them out. That's it. My 2017 done. So only 3 more years to go. And then obviously when we get to the end of 2021, I'll be doing that as well. So listen, I hope you like my show. Hopefully carry on with 2018 tomorrow. Anyway, I'll see you next time. See you later.